and welcome back to another book review. It has been a minute since I've read this book, so I apologize. But I do remember things that I liked and didn't like, and I also wrote them down in a review that I just reread. So, let's get into it! This is Final Exam by K.A. Riley, the third book in Viral High. So I guess I'll be doing this third book, as well as just an overall series review. Alright, let me go ahead and read the summary. School's out, and so are the rules. Accompanied by her best friends and Beynac. Oh, it's Beynac. I was listening to the audiobook, so I thought it was Beynac, like Baymax. It's Beynac. It's an N, not an M. Got it. Her faithful golden retriever service dog, 16-year-old Virtue, was about to embark on a daring escape from Aegis Academy and from its army of deadly virulents. It's a lot easier to say these words without reading them. Of course, getting out of the academy means getting into the middle of the Purple War. As Virtue comes closer to discovering the cause of the Lemming Plague, she also comes closer to discovering a cure, along with some terrible truths about the world she thought she knew. Oh yeah, I remember something. Sorry. With danger around every corner, life is bound to change. All the old rules are out the window. Now monsters can be heroes, strong families can fracture, and old friends can become new lovers. In the middle of it all, Virtue will have to juggle her affections, face her feelings, fight her murderous internal demon, and wade through a war. It'll be the deadliest set of extracurriculars anyone has ever put on a college application. Alright. So, what I liked. This book is funny. That's where that went. I love serious topics with funny. I love it so much. Specifically, like the way I write, I'm like, here's all this dark, deep stuff. Here's a joke. More dark, deep stuff. Another joke. So I like it. I like the joke. I love the creativeness of the similes and the metaphors. I do like the nuance and the introspective thoughts that Virtue has. The characters are great. They are well-rounded and interesting, and you know exactly you know exactly who's talking at any point, and you know exactly who Virtue is talking about. I love seeing her become friends with, what's it called? It's been a minute. I can't remember what the monster in her head's called, but it's something of Phalia, so I'm just gonna call him a mind flayer because I feel like Beth right now. I did like the running gag where she did not know, or she could not say the monster's name, like at all. Side note, in audiobook, whenever he would speak, it was always so quiet and I would have to like turn up the volume, and then it would like jar me because the other things would be so loud. That's just a little side note picky thing for me. Also, a little bit of a spoiler. I'll give you a second to like skip forward 10 seconds. Oh, what's his name? Oh my gosh, what's his name? I was so excited. I had his name earlier. Werewolf guy. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Hold on. I'll find it, or I'll think of it. One of those. What's his name? What's his name? Oh my gosh. What's his name? Nalusa Phalia. Oh, that's not the name I was looking for. But Nalusa Phalia is the name of the monster. Piggy. She's trying to bury your food. Okay, she has APSOM, which is Operational Somnambulism. I'm going off. What is his name? His name, this is all I'm doing. All I feel like I'm going to say. What is his name? Oh my goodness. Virulents. Is that how you spell it? Comus? I was listening to the audiobook. I don't know what spelling. Comus. Why does that sound wrong? Comus. I feel like that sounds wrong. I feel like it should have started with a K. Comus. Is that his name? I'm so country. Hold on. Don't shoot. Okay, you're gonna walk on my pillow. Don't do that.
Cannibals, per se. Most of them were unpredictable, erratic, and yes, violent. For the most part, I think they ate regular food. But enough of them were also walking around campus with blood on their faces and remnants of our fellow students clenched in their fists or squished between their teeth to make us worry about having our dorm become the new cafeteria, with us remainders as the warm main courses in a human breakfast.
This is about the second book.
After 2 or 3 days of relative safety, we started breathing.
I don't know how to get it to
furniture stacked
over there.
Windows, we began to turn our attention to getting by instead of getting out. We stopped bouncing around like lottery ping pong balls in an air blower and started settling down and settling in. Basically, we started shifting from being survivors to being a society. It wasn't a smooth transition. No. It is Comus.
It is Comus. I'm going insane. Side note. Ow. Have you seen, ow, it really hurt. Have you seen Love, Monsters, and Robots? I've only seen bits and pieces because my fiance absolutely, he found like quite a few of them that he absolutely loved. And there was one of them that we saw, and it's Santa, but it's an alien, and he goes, good. Anyway, that's what I felt like just now when I did that. Am I going crazy? Yes. Is it kind of warm in my room? A lot. So, moving on. His name is Comus. I was so excited that Comus was back, baby. My boy, my dude. I know he's framed as I know he's supposed to be a villain. I know he's supposed to be whatever. I know, but he's so smart and he is cunning, and you in this kind of thing. You know what I mean? He did a great job, and the interactions he had later were great too. I love him. May not agree with like everything he says, but I understand him, and I'm like, all right, dude, all right. I like Camus. What do you think about Camus? I like Camus. If you don't know who Camus is, it's a lot in the second book. He's kind of Virtue's first boyfriend, and I think I've talked about him before. Anyway, what you heard was from the second book, just because I wanted to make sure I was saying it right. I'm one of those people that learn words by reading them, so I don't say them right when I learn them. Like, I had no idea superfluous was not superfluous, okay? I didn't know that it was in the Grinch movie, okay? I didn't know what that word was until I was in a play and I had to say it, and I would say superfluous. And then they were like, it's superfluous. And I was like, oh, I feel like an idiot. I'm getting way off topic, but you know what? It works for this book, so it's fine. I'm not saying the book gets off topic, I'm just saying it's a little chaotic. On purpose. It's like organized chaos. That's what I do with my own books, so I understand. Anyway, it's funny. I enjoyed the touching moments that Virtue had with people. But it was really cool diving into the kind of the science behind the Virulents and all that. And from the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, no, her Nelusophilia. Me saying big words after I read them, of course. Not me losing the word immediately. I knew from the beginning that it was gonna be kind of like a World War Z thing. Let me explain what I just said. Yeah. What I mean is, in World War Z, if you haven't seen World War Z, I'm about to spoil a little bit of it for you. In World War Z, the zombies, they don't attack those that have terminal diseases. And that's kind of how they solve the whole thing. But it's kind of, it's a way around the zombieism, whatever. You can't get the zombie disease because they won't bite you because whatever. Anyway, from the beginning, I thought this Nelusophilia thing was going to be doing that because these Virulents were bringing out the innermost, like, fears and bad things and evil thoughts and did all these things. There was a girl eating her own fingertips off, you know what I mean? So, like, Nelusophilia kind of does that too. Give this girl a katana and she is deadly with Nelusophilia in her head when he comes out. And she doesn't know any of this is happening. And so I was like, yeah, that's probably going to be a counteractive or it's going to be like a cure for the whatever. Anyway, it was really interesting to see and it was cool to learn about the Virulents. Something that really didn't work for me is I wanted a little more seriousness. Everything was funny joke, funny whatever. It took away a lot of the high stakes for me. I love jokes. I love laughing, whatever, but I wanted to feel that, oh no, this guy has a pew. Oh no, I didn't want to be like, oh, he's just gonna whatever, you know? It's, I don't know. I just wanted more intensity. Excuse you, I'm making a video. You don't have to clean your... Are you itchy? Yeah, I love you. I wanted a little more intensity. I wanted a little less of the jokiness at certain points. Even though I know I said I really loved the funny. I wanted a little less funny at times just because the stakes weren't adding up for me. I still enjoyed the nuance and I enjoyed the philosophy and the interesting take on both sides of the political spectrum. Of course, I leaned one way more than the other because I have beliefs in one side more than the other, and I feel like that's going to be with everyone. And it's a nice refresher to see it from a kid's point of view that isn't biased for really either side or isn't in that world or are just watching adults be stupid and act like toddlers. Like, I was flipping through the second book to try and find Camus's name, and it had all these things at the beginning, and it said something like, let me get to it, a baby smirk, says, dedication to the politicians, try being human again, we'd love to have you back. You's right, you's 100% right, not gonna lie. And I think that's funny. Anyway, what did I think about this whole series? I liked the series, I did enjoy it. I think I liked the first book the most. I did enjoy the second book quite a bit, mostly because I like watching that building of a society. I liked watching kids kind of fall into those roles and watching experiments we've seen over and over in the real world happen in real time. I enjoyed the funniness. I wish there was more intensity. I liked the characters. The names were interesting choices, but I'm someone who enjoys normal names with normal/extraordinary people in extraordinary situations. But I understand the poeticness of it, and it is something that will keep people interested. And they'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense because his name is whatever. Oh, that makes sense because whatever. Because you can put any name there and they'll still be whatever they've been named. all in all, I did enjoy these books. I probably wouldn't read them again. I do have some other K.A. Riley books that I do want to read that are more dystopian, not really zombie. Even though these aren't necessarily zombies, they're just a different breed of zombies. Semantics. But if you'd like to check out Viral High by K.A. Riley, the link is in the description, and the description to the description. Thank you for watching, and I don't know, go check them out if it sounds like something you're interested in, because I really did enjoy them. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!